Hey guys, welcome back to Colonel's Customs. Today we will be working on my Ford F100 and on this 1988 Ford F250. Aiden, what you got in mind for today?
I'm going to finish up the wiring harness, vacuum out the engine bay, and clean it up and see what vacuum lines I need to fix.
Heck yeah, buddy. And I will be working on filling the EGR holes in the back of the heads. Manifolds. My bad. I'll be putting the flywheel back on after I replace my freeze plugs. Alright guys, we got that freeze plug put in, we got the flywheel back on, and I'm going to flip this thing up. I'm going to do the ones on the side of the block. Good soup. Let's check these bad boys out. Oh, look at all that rust. That's no fun. Got it over here too. Yeah, no fun. All right, so before we do these freeze plugs, we're gonna clean this block up and I'm gonna paint it. You good?
All right, she looks pretty good here. I got that freeze plug that fell down there out with a bore scope and a magnet, in case y'all are wondering. And while we have this engine flipped up, I'm gonna do a couple more things to it. Like, I might try to reinstall that thing right there. All right, so we're gonna make sure this surface is clean. Sand on it a little bit and then hit it with some brake clean. Not gonna make it super perfect. Grab us a rag, some brake clean. Look at all that. That'd be in the oil right now if I didn't clean it out like that. I'm gonna take our get our drill hooked up. Impact. A bolt on there. Okay, so this thing goes like this, I think. Not actually 100% sure how it goes, but I think it goes something like this. Yeah, because it hits right there on the block. That's where that goes. And the gasket was still good on that, so I didn't replace it. This little O-ring, I'll go right here. Whenever it pinches, it should fill the gap pretty good, I'd say. Take it nice and slow. Okay, just like that. She is nice and tight on there. Not really. Maybe a little bit more. It sounds a little bit better. Try her again. Ah, there she is, nice and tight. That's how you do one of those. Here's a neat little trick for cleaning out holes and stuff. You just take one of these round orbital sandpaper discs and you roll it up and you put it in your chuck of your drill. Then you can just work it in there a little bit. Yeah, that's how that works. First, before you put this JB weld in here, you're going to want to clean it up a little bit. Ew. Come out clear, so that's good. Oh no. Keep that underneath there so we don't ruin our paint on our old pan anymore. Other side. Then take your rag. fold up. Put it in there, you twist around a little bit, get that brake clean all absorbed up. This one over here as well. And if you blow on it, the brake clean, it evaporates quick. So if you blow on it, it evaporates even faster. Okay. Got that all said and done. Let's go ahead and play with some more JB Weld. Got crushed by the engine whenever we flipped it backwards. Here it is. Probably use gloves whenever doing this. I don't take very many safety precautions. Probably should. I might in the future. Who knows? Just knead this up with your fingers real good. Until that color is nice and even through there. You want a nice consistent color, that means it's mixed well. Looks about right. I split it in half. Put this one kind of off to the side for a second. Roll it into kind of a cone shape. Fat little cone. Put that bad boy right up in there. We'll just fold it over and push it into itself. Until it's just barely poking out. Just like that. Same thing to the other side. It's like Play-Doh, it was kind of fun, not gonna lie. This other side. Same thing. Show you guys what it looks like here. It's just like that. Same on this other side.
Hey guys, welcome to Colonel Customs, and today we're going to be tearing apart this wiring harness and getting it fixed. So let's dive right into that. So what I'm gonna do, this is my new harness. That's my old harness. So what I am going to do, I am going to look at that harness and that one, and I am going to take some plugs off this one and put them on this one if they are damaged and whatnot. And we're gonna see how this goes.
Thank you guys for watching this YouTube video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Even hit that little notification bell so you know whenever we post another one. Also, next year, I think we're going to start doing some merch, probably some hats and some t-shirts and stuff, so stay tuned.